Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us with On the Q Tip. I'm your host, Miss Quinn, and I'm always keeping you in the know. This evening, we have a special guest with us by the name of Sonyetta Lynn. Sonyetta is the founder and CEO of Simplistic Restored Living, which is a nonprofit organization here in the metropolitan Atlanta area. Also, with Sonyetta, we have Miss Cynthia Hughes, who is her co-director. So what we're going to do is let them tell us a little bit about themselves, and then we're going to get into this wonderful organization that they are running. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us. Well, I start. I am Sonyetta, founder and CEO of Simplistic Restored Living. My office is actually located in Riverdale, but we are all around Metro Atlanta, like she said. Born and raised in Atlanta, and
Okay, so Sonyetta, what I want to ask you, the name Simplistic Restored Living, that's a pretty unique name. It's pretty interesting. How did you come up with that name for your organization?
okay. Well, SRL happens to be my initials, Sonyetta Rochelle Lynn.
Okay.
And I just one day, well, it's supposed to be Miss SRL, and I'll get into the story how I came up with to break it down a little bit. But somebody was like, "Well, what does that mean? Well, you got to break it down." So I was like, "Okay, simplistic restored living," because I originally started home and business organizing,
Okay.
but my life took me somewhere else, and that's why I started simplistic restored living.
Okay, okay. So, what exactly is it and what do you all do?
So, Simplistic Restore Living is my nonprofit organization. Basically, we help the community with resources through referrals and through ourselves. We've had funding that we've been able to help people with, and we refer them out, like the furniture bank, rental utility assistance, food, anything you may need to help you out. We did it for.
Okay. So, how long has SRL been in existence?
Well, the idea of SRL started in 2012, but I made it official and made it an organization in 2015.
Okay, okay. So, from 2012 to 2015, that's about 3 years. So, what are some of the pitfalls or obstacles or challenges that you had to face before you got to the 2015 status?
Lord, do we have all day? But
We have an hour.
I know, right? But basically, I went through a very troubling time in my life. Just rebuilding, period, was
Okay.
just like repetitive for me. Like, just finances and keeping a place to stay was just so hard at a point where I was like, what are you doing? What's going on? And just kept getting to, different situations where I had to move and getting behind in bills, and I came across all these organizations that can help. And I was like, nobody knows about this. Well, a lot of people don't know about it. And I just got in touch with them, and when I tell you these people took me in and just helped me, I can't tell you how many times I went into an office and picked up checks just to help me, with my next month's rent or behind, or I'm getting ready to get, evicted or anything like that. And they just were there for me. And in 2014, that was my last year of going through anything like that. Um, I I had traffic tickets. In 2014, I had traffic tickets that were over my head, basically holding me back from anything because they wanted me to pay out so much money. So I ended up getting on probation for them. Anybody that knows, you get a traffic ticket and you can't pay them, you go on probation. It was 4 different probations I was on for for traffic tickets, just for traffic tickets,
Wow.
nothing else. I've never been a criminal, never, you know, killed anybody, assaulted anybody, nothing. But
Well, thank God for that.
I know, right? But when people hear that, it's like, well, what did you do? Why were you on probation? It was just traffic tickets, nothing more. Um, they caught up with me. They caught me walking to the store. And it was just so funny because the man was like, Miss Lynn, the police, this is a police officer talking to me. And I don't tell people, a lot of people, this story because it really does touch me. But he stopped me and I was walking. Mind you, I didn't have any license. I didn't have anything at this point. Everything got suspended because of these tickets.
Right.
So I wasn't driving. So thank God I didn't get caught driving. So he stopped me and he said, why do you keep rescheduling your court date that you have with me for the traffic ticket that you have? I knew I was going to go to court because I knew that if I went to court, I was going to get locked up.
Okay.
So I kept rescheduling. That's how smart I got with it. I was like, well, I can't go to court because I'm going to get locked up. So he said, well, you know what? I don't have a warrant out on you, but let me just run your name. Ran my name, automatically put my hands behind my back because I knew I was going. And he did. I got locked up. And he took me in. They took me into Clayton County. So I spent 33 days. 33 days and 50 minutes in Clayton County. And when I tell you missing your birthday, and I'm a big birthday person. Like, I love my birthday. I'm a Gemini.
Okay.
I love my birthday. So being in there on my birthday, I said, you know what? You got to do something about this. You can't go through this no more. So while I was in there, I was talking to one of my the lady that was in the room with me, and she was like, "Baby, what are you doing here? You not?" She was like, "I was just crying. I don't want to be here. Oh my God!" Especially on my birthday, I broke down, and she was like, "Stop that crying." She said, "What's wrong?" I said, "Oh, it's my birthday. I don't want to be in jail. It's my birthday. I had something planned and everything. Everybody is supposed to be celebrating with me and don't be in jail." She was like, "You just got traffic tickets. You know, all you gotta do is wait to go to court. They're gonna throw them out." But right, time served, basically. So she was like, "Well, what do you do?" And I told her, at the time I was a paralegal. I was in and out of contracting as a paralegal. And I told her I had started this organizer business, but I had noticed that I had got contacts with the people that had been helping me, stay afloat in my home. And she was like, "Well, what's the name of your business?" I was like, "Well, I named it Miss SRL." And she said, "Miss SRL, well, what is SRL? What is it? You need to give it a name. You can't just say Miss SRL." So needless to say, I slept on it. I was like, well, maybe she's right. So me and her both came up with the name. Like, she was like, well, what do you do? She's like, what do you do? I said, I help people get organized, help people get stuff together. And it really ties in because organization, getting your life together,
Right.
basically. So we came up with simplistic restored living. To this day, she really doesn't know that she came up with my name.
And I was gonna ask, are you still in contact with this person?
No,
Does she
I haven't been in contact with her.
know? Do you know her name?
No,
Okay.
I don't know her name.
So that was just your angel.
basically,
angel.
basically, because I was like, wow, she actually helped me. Now she didn't come up with the whole thing by herself, but we were collaborating, and we said, hey, what can we spell out with
Right.
your SRL? And we came up with it there. And from there on now, I will never forget the day I came home. My mom, she hugged me so tight. She said, "It's over." She said, "It's over. You ain't gotta worry about it no more." I was so stressed out,
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
so stressed out, and and I can smile about it today
All right.
because as of 2014, I have lost the place, and I haven't been back to jail for a traffic ticket.
Won't he do it?
So,
Okay. Don't have me crying, girl.
I know.
These lashes just got done.
Woo, woo.
Don't do it to me.
Um, I've been in my place. And what's funny is I got out and I went back to those same people that helped me before I went in because they had just helped me. They was like, "Well, what happened to you?" I said, "Well, I went through a little something with traffic tickets or whatever." So the first agency that helped me when I got out, they helped me with 3 months, 3 months rent, deposit, got my lights on, paid for my furniture,
Okay.
just did everything.
So this sort of inspired you to
Yes.
okay, I need to be doing this.
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
understand. I understand. Because for you, those of you that are watching at home, what you may not know is Sonietta and I, we go back a ways because we both lived in the same College Park housing
Yes,
projects.
yes,
But we've both come up out of those
Sure
housing
did.
projects. So I'm so proud of her. I'm happy to say that God is, man, God is so amazing. He is so amazing. All
Yes,
you
he
got to
is.
do is just give him just a little bit
Yes.
and watch what he take and does with
Yes,
that. Okay.
yes.
So you know what? And when you started crying, sometimes when you cry, people tell you, "Well, don't cry."
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna tell you don't cry because sometimes you just have to cry.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
very
You have to
emotional
let those
story.
tears out sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very
But
emotional story.
so my next question was gonna be, what was the inspiration behind all
And
this?
I got it.
But I got that already. You done gave it to us. You giving it to us.
So basically, yeah, just rebuilding and going through the stuff that I went through made me want to help others. And we made it official 2015. We got our first office. But we're still in the same office. 2015.
Well, that's a good
We
thing. A
moved
lot of
up.
places,
We moved bigger, right?
a lot of places
moved
started
up.
in 2015 and they're not still in existence, but you are.
Right,
So there's a
right.
reason for that.
Yeah, it ain't been easy, but
All right, so let me ask you this question. So your role is the founder and the CEO.
Yes.
So what exactly does that mean?
That means that.
What do you
to
do?
Me, that means I foresee everything that goes on in this organization. Everything. I'm very protective of my brand and my organization.
Okay.
I fell out with a lot of people about coming at me wrong about my organization because I don't play.
Everybody
And-
doesn't have your vision.
Exactly.
Right. Everybody doesn't have your vision.
And she will tell you, I will X you out in a minute. Like we had people in the beginning. I had people. I had assistants. I had a full board. Took pictures. Did all of this. Bye. If you're not going to be here for me and the cause, and you just want to benefit from it, then this is not the place for you.
I heard
I
that.
don't mind. I look out for my people now. You know, if you got something you can use it. By any means, use it. But people just like you said don't have the right vision. This is not about to get rich.
And this ain't for play.
No, it's
You
not.
remember back in the day we used to say for play.
Yes.
This ain't for play. This is
No.
some real stuff, right? Real life situations right here. I mean, I've been in situations, lights off,
Yeah.
needing money for
Yes.
rent. I remember when I was on welfare, $235 a month just wasn't cutting it.
Right.
It just
Exactly.
wasn't cutting it. So I definitely understand. So let me ask you, under simplistic restored living, I love how that sounds.
Thank
Simplistic
you.
restored living. I like that. I can see commercials on television. I see it.
too. Oh,
I
God.
see it.
Woo.
I see that. Let's touch
That's
and
all
agree.
right.
I see that. I see that. Yes, yes.
Yes, honey.
So that's right. I see the commercials. I see, some people and they're happy and smiling. I
Yes.
see it.
All
I
right,
see
let's
it.
get to work. Huh?
Okay. So what type of programs do you all offer under SRL?
Okay, so to start off with, everybody, and this is not the only thing that we do, but everybody, the first thing that my voicemail, my business voicemail or office voicemail is going to be full of rental and utility assistance. That's number one. So that's the number one thing that we do. The furniture bank, like I stated.
Okay.
The food pantry, and we also are working on a clothing closet.
Okay.
Because we have a very substantial amount of clothing shoes, and she knows it.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
And mental health is something that I'm working on, and mentor programs for the kids. That's something that we're going to be focused on. We've actually did a couple of school drives, and my baby to I love it. My women's empowerment group. I started it. Started doing my meetings back when I first started the organization in 2015. I took a hiatus, and last year we started it back up.
Okay.
And it's just a support group for women to come and get encouraged and get information and just be there for each other. I
You
feel
know what? 2018, I think, is the year
of
for women.
yes,
It has
ma'am.
to be because I went to an event with an organization, we Women Engage.
Okay.
Now you're women empowerment. I mean,
Mhm.
this is our year. This
Yes,
is our year.
ma'am.
We're about to
Yes,
do some
ma'am.
things. We knocking down doors, walls.
Yes,
We doing it
ma'am.
all.
Yes, ma'am.
So the young lady right here to your left, Miss
Yeah.
Cynthia Hughes.
I knew you were
She
coming
is
in.
yes. She say I knew you were coming. Yes, ma'am. She is your co-director. So Miss Hughes, thank you so much for
You're
being here
welcome.
with
Thank you
us.
for having me.
So as a co-director, what exactly is your role? As
I
with your
support
function?
everything she does. So,
You support
for,
everything
for
that
me,
she does.
yes, Sonyetta started out. She was my student at Strayer. So
Okay.
when we had, was it a database class? It's a database class. And sometimes when you teach it, by the way, I'm a professor, so I teach computer information science
Okay.
and information technology. And so um, in the class, it was so funny because I like to know my students.
Right.
So I like to get to know them, so I can, I can get a feel for them, and I like them to get a feel for me.
Absolutely.
So, like yourself, I'm very talkative. But in,
love
in,
it.
in the class, sometimes our classes, they're not hands-on class, but I believe that if it's a information systems class, we're going to learn some technology.
Exactly.
And so after seeing that, Sanyetta said, Miss Hughes, I need you. I need you on my organization. When she told me about her organization and what she stands for, Sanyetta is, when I say she is a fantastic person, she follows through with everything. Sometimes she reminds me of myself because she's like a superwoman. She runs all over. She makes sure if she starts something, she's going to finish it. If she tell you she's going to be there, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. And so I bought into her because myself growing up in Chicago and having to deal with some of the same issues and things, I love people. I love to help people. So when Sanyetta came to me and started telling me all of her plans and things, I'm like, yes, I mean, hands down. And when it comes to her, because she's such a trusting person, she's a real good person. And when it started, it was 4, now down to 2. But when it comes to her, whatever it is, she needs, if I can provide it, I'm going to be there, whatever it is. She called me one day. It was such a struggle. She was this one particular, what was doing, I think that last speaking engagement we had. And she was running all over the place. And she called me like, Cindy, you're not, I can't handle this. I can't do it all myself. And you're not going to leave me. You're not going to leave me. And I told her, I said, listen, I'm God's child first. I said, and I'm very loyal. So if I tell you I'm going to be there and I'm going to support you, I'm going to be there and I'm going to support you. And no matter what it is, because, in the world we live in today, a lot of us are going around, we have this, we have that, we're doing this for people. And sometimes there's fronts. We have a lot of organizations that are just storefronts.
You better say that.
And in the backside, we got a lot of stuff that's going on that shouldn't be going on.
You better say that.
Everything Sanyetta says she is. And that's the reason why I as they say, rock with her.
Okay.
Because she does things decent and she does it in order. She really does. And I just appreciate her for allowing me to be a part, because when you have a business and something that's your baby, your dream, and this is her baby.
That's it.
This is her thing. She's birthed
to
it.
nurture it.
Right.
Absolutely.
You do not want anybody on board that cannot add to that. So, for me, when it comes down to it, anything that she needs for me and my help, that is my job, is to support her in everything that's needed.
Well, it's good that she has you, because I think anybody, and it's good that you have her, because I'm sure the feeling is mutual, right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. I think anybody that has a business, an organization, anything that they're trying to do that's positive, you got to have somebody on board, and somebody that supports your vision, somebody that can really, really understand what it is that you're trying to do. So
And
it's
she's
good that you
real.
have
And
her.
she called
Right.
me about 3 weeks ago, and she said, Cindy, Miss Hughes, I want you to know. She said, you always hear from me, but I need you to know I'm here for you too.
There you go.
Sometimes we need the reinforcement too.
Right,
Like the
absolutely.
motivators need to be motivated.
Right.
So she's like, I'm here for you too. I don't want you to think that this is one-sided. I'm here for you too. But she is really a wonderful person. Anybody that wants to be a part of an organization that is really setting out to help people. We also feed the homeless as well. We're hooked up with them. We're going to have, as she said, some mentoring, even some basic computer and internet skill classes. So we're working on a lot of things to help people. There's a lot of people that need to be acclimated back into society, that are going through things, don't know things, may not be as educated, might need a little bit of whatever. So, with God's help, she's making sure that and she does things, when I say decent and in order. She comes up, she has her idea, and she feeds into the idea, and she doesn't go past and try to do so many different things. She's going to get that one particular thing done. Once it's done and it's decent, she's completed it, then we move on to the next. So she's really a really wonderful person. And anyone that wants to be a part of an organization and helping people, want to be with somebody that's really real, I promise you SRL is the one to
But you
connect
know what I'm
with.
gonna tell you? I'm loving this because this is the prime example of giving people their flowers while they're living. Because see, when somebody is gone, she wouldn't be able to hear any of this stuff you're saying about her. So I like that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So what we're gonna do right now is take a quick break, okay? Because I'm going to go and grab me some water. All right? But we'll be right back in a few minutes after our sponsors. Thank you.
On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live /Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347. On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live /Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347.
Joining us. We're still here with Miss Lynn and Miss Hughes of SRL, Simplistic Restored Living. And so we talked about some of the services that you all provide, which I think is awesome. When I need some help with some lights, I'm calling you. I'm just saying.
Okay.
So now I want to ask, you say you offer these services to people, but how do you recruit these clients or the people that you're servicing? Where do you get them from?
Okay. I don't. Let me tell you. I don't know. I guess word of mouth. I've helped. And you know what? I don't even mentally. I don't even, which I should, because I'm gonna have to, because that keeps track of everything that we do. But just people that I've helped, like people that I've helped may refer them like, hey, this lady.
Okay.
And sometimes sometimes it can be a little overwhelming because when one person hears something, the next person hears something, they're gonna pass it along.
Right.
So basically, by word of mouth, and I've actually had a few of the bigger agencies send people to me. I'm like, well, I'm gonna send it right back to you. So, you know,
Okay.
but I love that people believe in me
Okay.
because they call me, they crying, and one thing I like is I can relate to them. I
Absolutely.
really feel like if you're in this business, you gotta be able to relate to your audience. Like if I'm rich, now I may, like okay, I can help you, but am I going to understand exactly how it feels to get that eviction on that door?
Okay.
Or you walk in your house and your lights are out? Do I
Better say it.
understand that? And I do. Hey, they know me at Fulton County Court. You ask any one of them, Miss Lynn, what you want? Well, I'm checking on my eviction. I'm just checking. You know, just
Being
I
proactive, as they call it.
exactly.
Being proactive, yeah.
But I'm glad that, you know, even though I have my struggles, what this has taught me is how to deal with them. I still have my struggles today. I ain't perfect. Still
That's
got them
right.
problems.
That's right.
But I know how to deal with them. And two things I promised myself is I wouldn't get locked up anymore, or no traffic tickets. Ugh.
Or nothing else. You ain't
Or
getting locked
nothing
up
else.
for nothing else.
Oh, I'm scared of the law, so definitely nothing else. But the and just, you know, losing my place. It's hard starting over. When people call me and say I lost it all, I know what they feel. I had so much, and just to lose it all, I know that pain. So people trust me because they like, well, I know you know, because you know you've been there.
Right.
You were in that position. The only thing that I did not have is kids that depended on me. Even if some people depended on me, not kids,
Okay.
not, you know, my own kids that, you know, like, "Mama, what do you think?"
Because that probably would have made it harder because being a parent, you know, you have
Different.
those people relying on you. You're their sole provider,
Exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
for their food, their clothing, their shelter. So I definitely understand. So we talked about your clients, and you said you get most of them word of mouth.
And
So
through
what
other
is your
agencies.
client base? Do you just help women, or is it men too, or?
Well, initially I started with just women,
Okay.
women and families, you know, just in need. Um, it's been men calling, and I don't mind helping the men, but that's not my target base. And the thing about that is, I think that I'm more, you know, like, okay, this guy called, because women call me all the time. But if a guy, I'm like, okay, my alarm goes off. Like, okay, what can I do to help him?
Okay.
I actually wanted to do an adolescent home for them, just so they can rebuild, you know, have like a transitional home.
Okay. Okay.
So I was actually thinking about doing something like that, but that's just something that we're working on later on.
coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, men do call, but it's primarily women and kids.
So if men call, you are able to refer them to some other
Exactly.
places.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
I'm still able to help, but my target base is women and kids.
So how old does a person have to be? Do they need to be 18 and older to receive services from your organization?
No.
So if it's a 15-year-old and she's a parent, she can come to you
Yeah,
and get
so
some help.
many.
Okay. All right.
You'd
Well,
be
that's good to know.
surprised.
That's good to know because we have a lot of young mothers and young fathers out there. So, you know, and a lot of times, if are you 18, you know, and if they're not at that age, then it's like, well, where are your
can't help
parents?
you.
But if
Right.
you're 15 and you're a parent,
Right.
you know,
What can we do?
where can you go? So it's good to know that you don't have that age limit there.
All
Okay. What areas do you all cover? What areas do you service?
Okay. So Atlanta, Fulton County, DeKalb, and Clayton. The only place that I'm trying to crack through is Clayton County. Clayton County is probably one of the hardest places to get funding from.
Okay.
And the funny thing about it is, when I lived in Clayton County, I got all them. I mean, not trying to brag, but I did. You
Okay.
know, like, you know, if it was any resource they can give me, but these days Clayton County is the hardest, but everywhere else is fine.
Okay.
Fulton, Atlanta, especially Atlanta, I got so many reasons. You live in Atlanta, tell me.
And you know what? You would think that with you having a history of with Clayton County or whatever, that they would want to support your organization. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, okay, she was here in another capacity at one
So
point,
let's help her.
but now she's here because she's trying to give back.
No.
Wow.
You know, they told me, well, we get all the money here, so it's going to be pretty hard, you know, to get money. I said, just remember the name, Simplicity Restore Living.
They don't
Thank
know the
you.
God you serve.
Exactly.
They can't. I'm just saying.
And I
they
have
can't.
and I have an office in Clayton County. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to break grounds for them too. I'm going to service everywhere else, but I see where the real need is. That's Clayton County.
Okay. Okay. The services you provide for these people, are there any costs associated with those services, or are they free of charge?
They're free of charge, so we go by donations. So you
Okay.
make a donation, we grab, you know, and we're 501, so you do get a tax write-off.
All right. All
Just
right.
a little, okay. But yeah,
Just FYI,
yeah, just a little
they are a
FYI.
501c3
Yes.
tax deductible
Yes,
organization.
ma'am.
So if you want to make some donations, go ahead and make that
Exactly.
check out
Yes.
to SRL. Yes.
Yes, we greatly appreciate all the donations and support that we get.
Okay. Okay. So, in the beginning, you shared a little bit of your story, your history, because I was going to ask you, why do you feel that an organization like this is needed? Because there's so many organizations out there that are providing some of the same services, or so they say. What makes SRL different?
Um, yeah, number one, real, and I care. And like I stated earlier, I'm one of the ones that was on the other side of that phone, so
Okay.
I know how you feel if you call me and say, "Hey, my lights are off. What am I gonna do? Can you help me?" Even if I can't help, I still sympathize and try to do the best I can to help them. I
Okay.
came out of my own pocket and
Okay.
helped people.
Okay.
Even if it's looking for a place, I just have the hand. I'm just gonna say this: the contacts that I have, you just won't be able to reach on your own
Okay.
because I know them personally. Atlanta, especially, if you need an appointment for rent, I can get you an appointment tomorrow.
Okay.
That's just that's what makes mine different. I have so many connections,
Okay.
and I actually, and somebody told me that I should stop. I actually invest a lot of my time in reaching out to people to help my clients. But that they kind of got spoiled when I did that because they're like, "Well, I need help. Can you help me?" And I'm reaching out. I'm not having them reach out for themselves like I did because I didn't have anybody say, "I didn't say, hey, can you tell somebody to help me?"
They gave you a number and told you to call.
Exactly. Me, I'm on the phone. You call me, I'm on the phone. Like, hey, I got my client over here. She needs help. What can you do for her? Do you have any funding or whatever? Or I check and see, do we have any funding? So that's what makes me different. I kind of go over and beyond to help them.
So for you, with a lot of other organizations, people are just clocking in 9 to 5. It's their job.
Exactly.
But this is a life thing.
It's a life.
This
It's
is a life thing for you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
What are you hoping to gain, or what are you hope that's going to be the result of having this organization in existence?
Um, just I'm hoping to in the future to actually have that transitional home
Okay. Okay.
and actually take in families every few months and help them rebuild. So not just going out. Yeah, I still have those clients that come in and need help, but just to have a base and where we can say, well, we know what these people are, and we're gonna help them because that's what it's about: helping families rebuild and get back everything that they lost. When they fell down. So I want to potentially have a transitional home or a building. I hate the word shelter. I don't like shelters because it's just it's sad, but I know that that's where they go. I want mine to be different where you come in and we actually helping you through the steps. I actually have a lot of people that are in the shelters that call me and say, well, they're not doing anything here for me. Can you help me? And I actually help them with my resources. So I want to, in particular, do that. That's number one. And then, of course, I want to build on my women empowerment. I've always said that we as women don't support each other enough and don't encourage each other enough. And I want to be that support group for those that need it. I really do. I really do want to build a massive group where we just almost like a sorority almost.
Okay.
But just come together. Sure.
And then another thing when you ask that question, you know, um, I've worked with some organization even in other cities that I lived in, and it was about the organization. Sometimes when you hear people talk about certain organizations, a few I won't give their names, but it's the organization, and that's all they talk about. This is this and this is that. This is not an organization where it's about SRL. Yes, it is in retrospect, but it's about the people.
That are being served.
See, and that's the difference. I remember when I gave some things to it's a big organization that still exists today, and I gave them a wrong bag, and I went back, and a young lady said, "Oh, those ivory boots that you gave my daughter." I said, "Well, I don't give for the people that work in here. I give for those who are in need, and you should know the scripture to know you don't take away from the needy." So I stopped serving. So I used to ride around in my truck and just ask people. I see, hey, do you need a jacket? Do you need a purse?
Right.
So that's what it's about. It's about building people, restoring people's lives, and really helping them. Yes, SRL is there. We're in the background, but it's about the people. So it's putting the people first,
That's right.
not SRL.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for that. All right, so what we're going to do, because Miss Lynn brought another guest with her, so what we're going to do, we're going to take a quick break, have Miss Hughes and this other special guest, they're going to swap seats, okay? But before we go to this break, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Robert Fleming. He is here in our live studio audience with his mom and his aunt. And Mr. Robert Fleming is in the 4th grade, and I was just informed that he got all A's on his report card. Yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. We have to support and encourage our young people all the time. So, Robert, congratulations. Keep up the good work, all right? So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to switch people out, and we'll be right back. Thank you. Stay tuned.
On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live / Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347. On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live / Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347.
Thank you so much for coming back with us. So as you can see, we've switched out, okay? Miss Hughes is now in our studio audience. Hey, Miss Hughes. But joining us now is Miss Siobhan. Is it Fleming? Mrs. Siobhan Fleming. And I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about what she does and how she is working and how she's joined forces with Simplistic Restored Living.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
My name's Siobhan Fleming, and I own Amazing Business Concepts. I offer a full service of administrative support, event planning, which is the main reason I'm here today with Miss Sonietta, project management, and marketing. So, as she mentioned, she has an amazing event coming up, an empowerment event for women, and that's how we just kind of connected at another event. And by the grace of God, that's how I've gotten the majority of my business. I market for other people, but I haven't done a whole lot of marketing myself. But being in the right place at the right time has been a blessing.
Okay.
And so almost I tell people all the time, don't be afraid to pay the little $20, $30 to come to these events, because what you're going to take away is so much more. And so I make more by paying that little bit of money, because I take a client or two away from it every time I go. So it's so much value in it. And even if you don't take something tangible away, the knowledge and the connections that you make is priceless.
Right.
Yes.
So I was going to ask, with this organization, did you guys have any events coming up? And I see this pretty colorful little flyer you have here. So I'm going to let you two ladies, however you want to do it, explain to us what this is, what you got going on here.
Okay. So, as I stated earlier, we started our women's support group back up last year, and it's just been such an amazing response. And I think a lot of people think that those were actually conferences; those were just meetings. We are actually having our first conference April the 14th this year to celebrate our third year anniversary. And it's just amazing to have Siobhan because I I freak out with events. I admit. And she's seen a little bit of it already. She will call
Okay.
me like, "Calm down, everything's gonna work out." But I've just always struggled with, you know, managing events by myself. I always am afraid to ask for help. And I was like, listen, I inboxed her. I met her at the vision board party that she actually managed, and I didn't even know that. And I reached out. I was like, can you help me? And she was like, sure. Can we meet? And I was like, sure. So I am so happy to have her because me and Miss Hughes, I get on her nerves, and we need help. But I'm so grateful to have her, and this is going to be an amazing event.
I'm looking at the flyer and I see nothing but beautiful women
Yes.
on here. It says Get Empowered. SRL's Empower Her Women's Conference 2018.
Yes,
So this event
ma'am.
is going to take place on April 14th
Mhm.
from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Club E
Yes.
right here in College Park
Yes, ma'am.
on Main Street. The address is 3707 Main Street in College Park. So is this event just for women or can some fellas bring some women?
Listen, if you want to come and get empowered as a man, you can come too.
Because we can support each other, but it's great to have
Yes.
our brothers
Or bring
supporting
your,
us,
or
right?
bring your wife, bring your
Exactly.
girlfriend,
Bring your
you
wife,
know.
bring your sister, your niece, your aunt,
Anybody.
your grandma, your
Mhm.
great grandma,
We would
whatever
love-
female in your circle, bring them.
I
All
would
right?
love to have them. And actually, thank you for your compliment of these beautiful ladies. Let me tell you something. When I put this lineup together, I got down because
Toot,
not
toot.
yes, yes. Because I searched. I started last year planning this, and I searched, and of course we have Miss Siobhan is one of our speakers,
Okay.
and my ever so lovely co-director will be speaking as well, and we have do you say that one more time?
Okay, so
Right. So we have all of these ladies.
breaking news.
Right, right.
Miss Hughes just found out that she's a speaker. Not
She knew.
No,
She
she
already
knew.
knew.
She knew.
But all of these ladies have amazing businesses that I want them to come and speak about, and they also have amazing stories that I want them to speak.
Well, I'm
Yes.
going to be there.
Yes.
How much
ma'am.
are these tickets?
Well, right now we have an early bird special for $20.
$20?
Yeah.
I got that.
Okay.
I think I can come up with $20.
All right now. Our tickets are on event. Yes. Thank you.
So those of you out there that say I don't have $20, find 20 people, ask them for a dollar,
Exactly.
and there you go. And come
Exactly.
on out to this event.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. So the lineup here, of course, none other than Miss Lynn, the CEO and founder of SRL. We
Yes.
have Professor Cynthia, who's your co-director. We have Miss Siobhan here, Amazing Business Concepts. You also have Lady Christina
Yes.
with what is that?
She's an etiquette
LaBelle
coach.
House of Etiquette.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay. And then we have Nicole. She's Beauty of the Butterfly Inc.
Yes, ma'am.
I've never heard of that, but it sounds interesting.
Yes, it is.
All right. And next you have Carolyn, Oasis Speaks.
Awesome.
And then Miss, I want to say Cherie.
Yes, ma'am.
She's an author.
And
And
motivational
and
speaker.
then last but not least, Brigitta,
yes,
who's an
Brigida,
author as
yeah.
well and a speaker.
Mhm.
Okay, so this seems like it's going to be an awesome event. There's a phone number on here for those of you that are watching.
Yes.
If you want to get some more information, more detailed information, you can call 770-477-0078. Again, that number is 770-477-0078. You know, a lot of times we sit at home and we see people on TV or listen to them on the radio. Oh, that sounds so good. But then we never participate or we never get
Right.
active. So I challenge those of you that are watching at home. call that number, show up at Club E on April 14th, bring your $20 so you can get in and take advantage of these resources and these services that these ladies, and just get inspired, get empowered, as it says here, okay?
Get
So you can also get your tickets on eventbrite.com, okay, / Empower Her Women's Conference. So check this out and come on out and support the women. We got to do this, okay? We got to do it. This is our year. This is our season, and we won't be able to do it without each other. So we have to help each other as much as we possibly can. All right? So my next question for you, your office for SRL, you said your office is in Riverdale.
Yes.
Is it, for those people that are watching who may not have access to a car, can they get to you via MARTA? Is it MARTA accessible?
Clayton County does have a MARTA system.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
It's pretty tricky, but if you call MARTA, yes, they can tell you how to get to our office.
Okay. So for people watching, and they say, you know what, it sounds like she's doing some good work. I'd love to be able to help out or volunteer support. Do you offer opportunities for people to volunteer with your organization?
I sure do. I welcome you. We need you.
She said that real quick. I sure
Yes.
do. I welcome you.
Come
We
on.
need you.
Come on.
So for those people that are watching at home right now, how can they get in touch with the organization, with SRL? We've given them the number for the event on April 14th. But if somebody at home right now is really struggling, going through something, and they're needing that assistance with their rent or with their utilities, or they're needing some food right now, how can they get in touch with your organization?
The best way is the phone number, but we also have our website, which is simplisticrestoredliving.org. You can also email us, srlpros85@gmail.com.
And what's that phone number? Because, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody is not computer literate.
Right.
You know that?
exactly.
You may have some people out there, okay, look, can I just get a phone number so I can call you? So what's the phone number to the office?
770-477-0078. 24 hours a day. Call it. I may not call you 24 hours a day, but you can get in touch and leave a voicemail, and somebody will call you back.
All right. Well, you know what? I have to say that I have enjoyed having you ladies here. I've learned a lot about the organization. And Soniette, I'm just going to say I'm so proud of you because, you come from where I come from.
Yes,
You understand what I'm saying? So it's good when you see somebody that you've seen in the neighborhood.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? And they're doing some great things and some positive things. I like that, and it definitely gives you hope and lets you know. Because, like she said, Ms. Hughes said earlier, the motivator
Right.
needs to be motivated
Yes.
sometimes,
Yes.
okay? So I'm really, really proud of you. And
proud
I'm
of
not
you,
surprised.
too.
I'm not surprised at all. I'm not surprised. I remember I used to see her walking through there. Sonietta used to get it walking. Now.
Yes.
You hear me? She used to be getting it on a mission.
On a
A
mission.
woman on the move. That's
Yes,
right.
honey.
So I'm very, very proud of you, and I really want to thank you for being here this evening with us. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and I have a very special guest coming up next. Thank you. Stay tuned.
On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live / Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347. On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live / Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347.
All right, we're back, and thank you so much for staying tuned in. I told you I had a special guest for you, and he's definitely not a stranger around here. This is Mr. Middlebrooks, Mr. Gerald Middlebrooks, and he's been here with us before, and he's a spoken word artist. He's a musician. He's a poet. He's a jack of all trades, you might say, and I really do appreciate him so much. He's very supportive of me and the show. So before we leave today, we're going to let him give you guys the dog and the cat. He's done it before, but since we have some new people in the studio audience, I think it would be great for them to hear that so that they can share it with some of their friends and everything. And before, like I told you, with Mr. Middlebrooks, if you're ever needing him to come out to an event or whatever, just hit me up here on the Q-Tip, and we can definitely hook you guys with Mr. Middlebrooks. So, Mr. Middlebrooks, take it away.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Miss Quinn, I certainly appreciate that introduction. You are extremely good host, and I know you're going to do well. I know you're going to do well. Hello, everybody. My name is Gerald Middlebrooks, and I'm here to do a little spoken word for you today, and the title of this poem is Dog and Cat Discussion. It's a rendition of how I think animals think about mankind, and so I wrote it down, and now I want to tell it. Okay. You know, a couple of days ago, I was out walking, and as I rounded the corner, I heard this dog and cat talking. Now, you know how the cat is always so cool. I overheard her say, "Fido, you know man is a fool." Now, God created him over me and you, but there's not anything that man won't do. You're absolutely right, said Fido, wagging his tail. You know, I think man eventually gonna end up in hell. You know, it truly is hard being his best friend. You know he's not even loyal to his next of kin. I don't understand the minds of men, even though they were born into sin, but then so was I, as well as you. But the dumb actions of men, we never do. You're right, said the cat, I do agree. And they have the nerve to discuss you and me. Fighting like cats and dogs, making accusations like that. I can't ever remember when a dog fought a cat. Neither can I, said Fido the dog. I can't remember a time at all. As a matter of fact, said the dog to the cat, we have better things to do than that. With my infinite hearing, especially at dark, I notify my master with an alarming bark. You know, in case something's happening, he can hear or see because he's either on the phone or he's watching TV. Yes, said the cat, and I'm roaming the house, maintaining surveillance over that little gray mouse who's been nibbling on cheese and crackers, you know, and food like that. And this signifies a need for me as a cat. Right again, said Fido the dog, and I'm always happy with the walk-off ball he throws to me. You know he think I can't catch, but I'm off and running. Right away out pitch. Yes, said Sam Cat, as she lay in the sun, and playing with this ball of string is lots of fun. But you know, nothing ever really satisfies man. He complains and destroys as much as he can. And he never does anything really exciting. He's either stealing or killing or fussing and fighting. He pollutes the planet with factories and cars, and he put holes in the ocean searching for oil. And to be truthfully honest, he already has what he needs, but he gropes and he grapples to fill his never-ending greed. Then they both turned to me, shaking their heads. So we certainly do hope you heard what we said. And we're not the only ones with thoughts like these. The birds and the bees, the creatures in the seas, the denizens of the forest, and all other species. And that flock of geese that you see in migration, they're the watchful eyes of God's creation. You know, you appear amazed as if you don't understand. Well, we're totally confused with the actions of man. We're sorry you had to hear it from a dog and a cat, but we depending on you to run and tell that. So go ahead, tell all your friends you talk to every day. Tell them exactly what we had to say. And with those last words, they started to depart. Folks, believe me when I tell you, it lay heavy on my heart. You know, I was really impressed with that dog and that cat. Never had I heard a discussion like that. But the message was clear, and in sharing with you, I'm doing exactly what they requested me to. But now the moral of this story should be obvious to you, that we as human beings have lots to do. And just you remember, as we continue to scream and shout, all the animals of the world are checking us out. Thank you. Thank you
All
very much.
right, great job.
Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Mr. Middlebrooks. You know you are welcome here anytime
I
you
certainly
want to come.
appreciate it. I
Anytime
certainly
you wanna
appreciate
come.
it. I thoroughly enjoy it
So,
whenever
Mr.
I'm here.
Middlebrooks, tell people if they want you to come and do this poem somewhere, how can they get in touch with
They
you?
can get in touch with me at geraldm227@gmail.com or call me at 404-396-8799.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Middlebrooks. Thank you to our guest, Miss Lynn, and her supporters, Miss Hughes and Miss Fleming of SRL. You guys make sure that you go ahead and get your tickets for Get Empowered for April 14th, 2018, okay? Get your tickets now while they're $20, okay? I said call 20 people and ask them to give you $1 so you can have your $20 to get in for this event, because I'm going to be there, okay? So, thank you all for joining us today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week with a very special guest. Thank you.
On the Q-Tip with Miss Quinn, where she'll be keeping you in the know. Tune in every Thursday at 5 p.m. Watch us on waen-tv.com or Facebook Live /Studio 21 Media. To be a guest on the show, a member of the live studio audience, promote your product or services, contact Quintasha at 404-454-9347.